I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Digging holes! Just when you think Ron DeSantis can't dig a bigger one, he calls in a Panama Canal-sized backhoe and just goes deeper.
Freedom lives here.
Ron, by the way, is the governor of arguably the most insane Mad Hatter state in America. This last week, the Florida Board of Education brought in a new curriculum on African American history, and this new standard says that black people benefited from slavery. Black people benefited from slavery? K. You mean like the Jews benefited from concentration camps where they benefited by learning to concentrate? So let us figure out how black people benefited from slavery. Are you guys ready? Hi, kids! You've been taught so wrong for so long. Slavery was just a jobs program. Think of slavery as a 400-year unpaid apprenticeship with whipping, rape, and genocide. Slaves learned valuable skills like how to be blacksmiths and how to grow crops. They also learned babysitting other children when their own children were sold off to another plantation where those children benefited also. And that's why African American billionaires far outnumber the white ones. And those are the benefits of slavery.
This message brought to you by the Florida Board of Education and Governor Ron DeSantis.
The Florida Education Association, a statewide teachers union representing about 150,000 teachers, called the new standards a disservice to Florida students and are a big step backward for a state that has required teaching African American studies since 1994. A big step backwards for Florida, a state that's already in reverse with its gas pedal to the floor since this douchebag took over. Benefits of slavery. The press release said that Booker T. Washington benefited from slavery. Booker T. Washington was born in 1856. Slavery ended in 1865. He was 9. But what he learned in those 9 years of slavery led him become a leading African-American intellectual who also founded Tuskegee University and advised Presidents Theodore Roosevelt and William Howard Taft. I guess it was the Yale plantation. See, Florida says slavery wasn't so bad.
Benefits.
Slaves were just getting an inspirational seminar so they could be all they could be. And if they weren't inspired enough,
Benefits.
or they had to focus on learning while in a box in the warm sun.
Benefits.
The sun of the South.
In the hot box.
Oh, the slaves had it so good they learned not to read by being killed for learning to read. Oh, their cup overflows with benefits. Here are a few more benefits of slavery. Half of all slave infants died during their first year, which is twice the death rate of white babies. So with only half the kids, those benefit classes were kind of empty, and those kids had a lot of time to learn. The average life expectancy for an African slave was 22 years old compared to white benefactors who lived to 44. Yeah, us crackers live double. Life's hard. It was harder on us.
He's young, he's healthy, he's got a job, and he's got a country called America. It's a wonderful thing to have.
Benefits of slavery. Here are a few more points in Florida's new Black History curriculum. Instruction for students about several race massacres, including the 1921 bombing of Black Wall Street and the 1920 Ocoee Massacre, must include acts of violence perpetrated by African Americans. You know, gotta do both sides. The Ocoee Massacre was an attempt by African Americans to exercise their legal and democratic right to vote.
My back is thick with scars of protesting my freedom.
And guess what? When they did that, 50 of them were murdered for voting. And no one got one of those stickers either. In the bombing of Black Wall Street in 1921, 1,000 Black-owned homes were burned to the ground because Black people were exceeding too much for these crackers. You know, the benefits of slavery. The sign that commemorates the murder of Emmett Till has had to be replaced 4 times now because racists, I guess, hunt signs. They finally had to put up a bulletproof 500-pound sign. That's where we are in America. People are so racist that 68 years ago, a 14-year-old was murdered, and the woman that accused him recanted her lie in 2017 when she was 82, which is the age Emmett Till would be this week. So those are some of the benefits of slavery. and the history of being black in America. Thank God. Now that we know that there are benefits, it's going to be a lot easier to watch Insta when a cop releases a dog on a black man that already had his hand up and already surrendered. Hey, by the way, it's not an attack. It's snuggle time with an attacked dog. You know, benefits. Woo! I feel better already, don't you? I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Oh my God, the benefits of slavery. Oh, when you list it like that, I feel better about all of it. You know, all my white guilt is gone now that I know that slavery had benefits. Jesus, what's wrong with people?
Uh-oh, kids. He sounds mad.